Hello, everybody. We are back again. The show is called TBR Solution. And this is the financial section. Remember, TBR stands for the big R solutions. And then I've already explained what does that mean. It's our trademark. And our trademark is centers around all the beautiful and positive English words that start with the letter R, like your reading, research, responsibility, resilience, renaissance, relationship, you name them. So those are our principles. So we say if you live by those principles, you'll be able to solve your financial issues or your problems of financial nature. Now, if you remember quite well, on the 2nd of January, we posted an interview with Mr. Siale. Mr. Siale has worked with GPF, has worked with the Department of Correctional Services for many years. He is a member of GPF. So Mr. Siale has resigned and opted to transfer his money from GPF to an independent fund. This time we have chosen Allen Gray as our independent fund. So there are issues. If you remember quite well, in that interview when we had, I did explain that we did speak to GPF. I did communicate it with everybody, whether it's Correctional Services, the Ombudsman, and so on. And then because Mr. Siale, according to him, he had a Black Christmas. Of course, I'll know that because I'm his financial advisor. I'm the one who submitted his forms. I'll be the first one to know whether the money has gone through or not. So, of course, that means he really had a Black Christmas. So now, in my discussion or my engagement with various people within the GPF, it was indicated that by the 3rd of January, the matter will be resolved. And then we then promised that we'll give feedback to you out there as the members of the public, because this is a public obligation. We have a public responsibility. So what we are doing, there's nothing wrong. We are telling you what is happening. All right, because GPF, Correctional Service, they have a public responsibility, and they have to, to be accountable to the public. So that is why we are telling you. We tried all our best to talk to everybody, as I indicated. Now, come the 3rd, nothing happened. I wrote another email to all the stakeholders and find out what is the next step, what's going to happen, where is the process, any progress, nothing. Up to last week, Thursday, I wrote another email on Thursday. I said, guys, I gave you a deadline. You never responded. The 3rd has passed. I don't know what's happening. The client or the member does not know what's happening. Can we get information? That was on Thursday. Then I gave them till the end of business day on Thursday. Nothing happened. Okay, fine. We waited again. And then I think on Monday, if I'm not mistaken, another email was written. To cut the story short, a number of communication has been done to all stakeholders, GPF, Correctional Services, the Ombudsman, and so on. Because we don't know who's at fault. Remember, let me remind you again, this process of going to pension or resigning requires 3 stakeholders, which is the member, Mr. Siale, of course, is one, GPF, the people who are handling his pension, and the employer. Any of the 3 can delay the process. All right? So there are rules and regulation and procedures that need to be followed, which are outlined quite clearly in the GPF law and the rules. But as you can see, Mr. Siale left At the end of August, we are now talking is the 11th of January. Nothing. Yes, absolute nothing. All right. Now, just to indicate to you, Mr. Siale, I just made that long introduction so that people understand, have the background where this thing started. I'm going to ask you again to introduce yourself. What is your name? And then your official name. Who are you working for in terms of the department? How long have you worked for the department? Because I want people to have that understanding.
Oh, my name is Ronald Daniel Siale. I have worked for Department of Correctional Services for 37 years service.
And being loyal to GBF. Being loyal to Correctional Services, and deduction we're going through in terms of your pension, isn't it?
It is.
Okay. So there is nothing like you were found guilty of misconduct by the employer?
No.
Okay. All right. Now, you told me about your situation. You had a Black Christmas, you didn't eat and all that. You know, I got a call from, just tell me about your property before I talk about that call. What's happening with the property? Just tell me what's happening, the story of the property.
The property, they are threatening me to evict me to the house. Even I'm afraid to answer the phones now. The bank threatened me to evict me in the house. They are selling the house now.
I spoke to the guys because you referred them to me so that I can talk to them. All right? They explained what happened. They said you were in the process of buying that property. Then the agreement that you guys agreed on was you'll go and occupy that house and pay occupational rent. And they say we haven't paid occupational rent for the past 6 months. Now, on the basis of that, they are aware that there are some difficulties. You won't be able to pay the occupational rent. The money that you had hoped to buy the property with is not forthcoming. So now they said that they are going ahead to allow people to come and view the property. So, which means you'll be moved out. Have they already started to do that?
No, they're still busy. They're still busy because there are some people who are coming to look at the house.
So now, you as we speak now, what do? You are going to look for another property now.
I don't know I must go after this property because I don't have any money to look for another property.
Yeah, because when you go for another property, you must give a deposit, isn't it?
And then I must try to take my furniture to another place. I don't have money.
And you don't have transportation to take the goods to the new place.
Yes.
So that's pertaining to property only. Né? Now let's look at other issues. Your kids, are they going to school in terms of higher tertiary education? What's happening?
Today I was supposed to pay the registration fees. I don't have money. I don't have nothing. Even the food, nothing in the house now. I've got nothing.
You've got nothing. So now you have to ask people to help you. And do people willing to help you? Are they willing to help you? Are they still helping you?
No. I'm also indebted. The people that they don't want to borrow me money because I don't pay them.
Because as you tell them, it looks like you lie, isn't it? Just like you told me in the previous interview.
It is.
So how do you feel? How do you feel?
I feel bad. I feel useless to work for the department for 37 years like that.
So you feel that you have been hard done?
Yes.
All right, all right. Yeah, as I said, up to this point in time, on the 11th of January, we haven't heard anything from either the Correctional Services or GPF of what is happening, what is the status of your pension. Are you going to get the money? When are you going to get the money? What is the problem? You know, just that communication to tell us what is the problem. That is most important. But that has not forthcome. All right. So we are still waiting. And then remember, I talk on your behalf as somebody who's got power of attorney, as a financial advisor to you. And then, yeah, maybe there are a lot of people who are facing a similar situation. So people, show yourself. Let's hear what's happening. Because these are public institutions. People need to know. We need to know, because at the end of the day, you know, it's a fight of Goliath and David. All right, we are powerless. What else can we do? And then, and funny enough, I'm sure some of the people there at Correctional Services, and then Correctional Services and GPF, they had their good Christmas with their families, of which you didn't have, and then you are under threat now. So if there are those people who really wants to share their stories, just check our WhatsApp line, and then drop us, and then let's find out what's happening. Let's take it from there. And then, because these facts, they need to be known, and there's nothing that we can do. There is any message that you would like to share to the people out there about your situation, or any message that you want to have towards Correctional Service or towards GPF? Remember, I said there are three parties: you as a member, GPF, and Correctional Services. But I said on your side, we have done everything. So there's no way it could be you. Now these two partners. Any message that you'd like to share?
I love the Professional Service and GPF. They must communicate with us. Please, communication. Please.
Yeah. All right. Resiale, thank you very much. And then we'll be posting this thing on Facebook, so that people out there can hear what's happening. And thereafter, I'll talk to you for what do we do next, okay? But thanks for your time. I really appreciate it. And I feel sorry for you, because I know what it means. I mean, you used to earn your salary, but you miss 1 month, it becomes haywire. You understand? And then, so I really, really feel bad. And then, but we try our best. This is the little that we can do. Hopefully, people out there will be listening. They will hear, and somebody will come to our rescue.
Okay.
Thank you very much. I really appreciate. Now, before I leave, I still want to stress: did I force you to do this interview again?
No, Mr. Chavala, nobody forced me.
Okay. You wanted to do this interview?
Yes.
Because that's the only option that you have.
It was the only option.
Okay. We'll try other options. I'll tell you other options that we'll try. But in the meantime, we'll do this. Okay.
Okay, thank you very much, Mr. Chavala.
Thank you very much.
Okay, thank you.